Hey guys, vGianniii here. So the next review is the Neymar review. So we're just gonna review Neymar. He's a prolific winger. We've played 19 games. We've got 10 goals. We've got 3 assists. The skills I've given him at the moment is Sombrero, Heel Trick, Rabona. But I want to add acrobatic finishing, and I can't remember what the last skill was, but I will mention that in the description if I remember. This Neymar's got very high weak foot, and the difference between this Neymar and the Brazil one has I think occasionally has a weak foot, so that's different, and then the playstyle is obviously different, and some of the skills are different. As you can see for my second booster, this is what I've gone for, and I've got +1 on ball control, dribbling, finishing, and balance as the additional booster, and then his standard booster is +2 in agility, so which is speed, acceleration, balance, and stamina. I went 8 points in shooting, passing, dribbling, dexterity, lower body, and then just 2 in aerial. You don't have to put 2 in aerial, you can put 2 in other things, or you could level him anyway. But I think the general consensus with these builds is that with the new booster cards, it doesn't really matter where you put your points, because at the end of the day, they all kind of feel the same. My initial thoughts on the Neymar is I was very disappointed that Konami decided to not give him a player skill. They did not give him momentum dribbling. I was very upset with that, and you're gonna see some clips as to why I think that is really a downside. This card had so much potential. Don't get me wrong; it's definitely the best Neymar we've got, but with the way the game's going now, with the fortress skills and centre backs having like 102 defending and so on and so forth, I definitely do think momentum dribbling on this card would have been not a game changer, but would have been extra boost to help against the AI defending and the amount of strong fullbacks there are these days. Because on Neymar's side, the right backs in this game are very strong, so it's very difficult to get past. You might get past 2, but the third one is very hard. So your Neymar doesn't really feel like Neymar because you're supposed to take on as many people as you want. You're supposed to be able to, dribble through 2-3 players with a skill before maybe an assist or a goal. But with this patch and stuff, it's very hard to be Neymar in this game. So you tend to just run with the ball and just maybe go counter attack, I'd say. So yeah, as I mentioned before, we played 10 games. Played 19 games. We got 10 goals. We got 3 assists. Yeah, I'd say his strong points were definitely on the counter for a quick counter. Pitch, you can easily counter. He was always free, wide, and his positioning was very good. So I will say. So I definitely did notice that. Disadvantage, as I mentioned before, was definitely the place that I felt like he needed momentum dribbling to take him, to solidify himself as the best left winger in the game. That's my thoughts on that. Now we're gonna go into some gameplay. I'm just going to go to some clips, and I'm going to talk to you about what I don't like and what I like about the card. So we're going to start off with, like I said, his positioning. As you can see, he's arriving late towards the box. As you can see up in the top screen, Suarez is in the box and he's outside the box, arriving late. And he's always in a position to set up for the combo. So now here, as you can see, now he's in the box and he's close to my striker, so I can set up a 1-2 pass between the two if I need to, which I do here. So I'll slow this back down. I mentioned before, his positioning is very good, I'd say. I didn't have a problem with his positioning. It felt like he really worked well with a goal poacher striker. I would like to see him with another striker with a playstyle. I'd say this is where Neymar shines. I think for me, this card, that initial first touch with Neymar, probably one of the best in the game. You can use it to do a skill move, to maybe do a quick burst or change the direction or speed. I feel like that's what you should be aiming to do with this Neymar. Is that first touch should be taking the defender out of the game, and you will see here there's going to be a few more clips where I do this. I do a drag back, boom, I'm away, and yeah, As you can see, this is exactly what I was talking about. With this Neymar, yes, you beat the initial defender, but with the game, the AI, the way it works, he always has the guy defending always has supporting numbers. So you might beat the first two if you're lucky, but you always beat the first man. I've always noticed that you beat the first man, but the second man is a bit of a problem. So I have noticed that. And again, maybe it's because of the way I dribble. I feel like maybe I attract attention, so people tend to defend my neighbor a lot harder than other players on the pitch, because my Messi does not get this much hassle compared to Neymar. And then I believe we score with this for Neymar, I think. I'm just going to let this play. As you can see, again, the Neymar in good space. I'm just going to slow this down. Neymar is in good space, as you can see on the screen. Arriving late towards the box, asking for a handoff. We kill him with a chop move, and boom, a goal. So he did feel, like I said, the initial skill always catches the defender off balance, especially off guard as well. So I think that's what you should be aiming for, is maybe try to give Neymar the ball in situations where you know you can exploit, as you can see here. Neymar is still staying wide. We're going to try to win the ball back. We win the ball back here, and Neymar is free, as I mentioned before. See that initial burst of pace, it's really, really fast, and we're able to square it into Suarez. So so basically, to use the Neymar, if you want to use Neymar as a normal winger, just run down the wing, cross, sweat it, try to set up your striker, then he definitely does the job. But if you're someone like me who likes to feel like Neymar tries to dribble, it is kind of hard. I'm not going to lie to you, especially with the way the game's going. See, like, these are the kind of goals I like to score with Neymar. I like to do skills that I expect him to do in real life. So we're just going to play that back. Nice little Rabona. I think I don't know what that skill is, but it's pretty nice. We get the goal. And then this is exactly what I was talking about. It gets to a point where Neymar's in acres of space right here, and my opponent realizes my Neymar is in a lot of space, and considering the goal he just conceded, he is going to try his best to try and stop him. As you can see, like, it's no longer football, is it? It's like I just get fouled. They try taking him out, so then his goals to game ratio is not the best, and this is what I was talking about here. You can see that initial touch, boom. When Neymar gets the ball, his first touch, anything he does on that first touch, it seems to always sell the defender. So it means I get the ball, I hit a sharp touch, which is double tap sprint for some of you, or boom, and I'm away. I've lost him, and this is the situation right here. This is what I mean by I wish Neymar had momentum dribbling, because in this situation you can now see he went from a 1v1 all of a sudden to a 1v3, or maybe a 2v3, depends on how you look at it. The opponent is controlling Tony Adams. There's, I think, a Kimmich beside him, and I don't know who the other guy is. But now it's 3 people chasing one player, and this is where Neymar isn't the greatest. Well, he should be, but because of the lack of momentum dribbling as a skill, he tends to always lose the ball somewhere here. As you can see, I was able to skip past him, and yeah, so we'll just play that one more time in full speed. And I notice I have to go back, so I fake going backwards and I go forwards, and then he just takes me out. Like that was literally how the games were going. So we're just going to play this here. Boom, this is what I was talking about. Neymar in space as a counter attack. It's pretty much almost guaranteed a goal every time. And with the speed he's got, like, you just can't catch him. Like a double tap sprint, I'm gone. He brings out a keeper, we do a ball roll, and we score. So if you play eFootball like that, I think Neymar should do the job for you. We're gonna see here. I lose the ball. We do get the ball back, but again, you're gonna see I get past my defender, and all of a sudden, there's 3 people on me. Boom. As you can see, I'm running with Neymar. He's trying to foul me. At this point, he's already given up. because as you saw in the previous clips, we've been dribbling and so on and so on. We should score, but we don't. And here's another example. You see the guy's completely given up. We're trying to create as much space as we can, but as you can see, there's too many players around Neymar. Three players on one guy. So momentum dribbling is definitely needed. I think Konami have to do something about it. Maybe nerf the AI or give us a skill on Neymar to be useful. As you can see, I'm trying my best here. We skip away. Well, look at that. Like, you know what I mean? Stuff like this, that's too much. But yeah, I mean, if you do have this card, you can have fun with this card. I will not lie to you. But there are situations where momentum dribbling would have been nice as a prolific winger, especially if you're a prolific winger that is so good on the ball. As you can see here, like, I'm instantly taken out. Like, it's ridiculous. But I will say Neymar is a very, very fun card to use. Probably the most fun card to use in the game. As you can see here, we lose the ball. We try to get the ball back somewhere. If I can just go forward. Yeah, we get the ball back. And then we talk about Neymar using Neymar's first touch to get past the defender. As you can see here, I think I double tap sprint here. Boom, I'm away. I'm gone. And then all of a sudden, it's no longer a 1v1. It is now a 1v4. So that it's tough. But you just have to live and learn with it. But yeah. So that's pretty much all the clips I have on Neymar right now. The ones that I thought were useful and showed how effective and ineffective he is in the game at times. I'd say I mentioned before, if you are using him as a winger, I'd say maybe try quick counter or something, because with quick counter, your players tend to run up the pitch a lot faster. So you might have more attacking options with Neymar if you run down the wing. Me personally, I would use him as a wide mid, as a left winger, but I understand if people want to use him as a second striker or an AMF because of the way the game, the way the AI tends to react to players out wide, like Neymar. So I'd understand if you want to play him as SS or an AMF. I have no problem with that. If I had to give Neymar a score out of 10 in terms of like his abilities, I'd say attacking wise, he is easily maybe like a in the final third, probably a 6.5 out of 10. I'd say in a final third, only because of, as I mentioned before, without the momentum dribbling, you get a lot of players marking you or more than other players on the pitch. So I'd say in the final third, I give him a 6.5, 7. I think I'd say 7 because he does score goals for me a lot. But I mean, when you're in the final third with a lot of players still in the box, then he's a bit of a, hit and miss. But I'd say for quick counter, counter attacks, I'd give him a solid 9. Like, when he's gone, he is gone. You cannot catch him. In terms of finishing, I think I'd give him a 9 as well. He's very good in front of goal. Passing, surprisingly, even with the 88 low pass, his through passing was not the best or the greatest at all. Even though he's got through passing as a skill, I might need to add weighted pass, I feel like, because some of the through passes weren't going through. So weighted pass might help with the passing. I think the passing I'd give like a 6.5. Wasn't the greatest. Speed, definitely like a 9. Like, when he was gone, he was gone. As a first touch, hitting a double tap sprint, a sharp touch would get you at least 2 steps ahead of the defender to at least do something else. So in terms of speed, I'd give him a 9.5. Dribbling, a 10. There's nothing wrong with dribbling. Momentum dribbling would have been so nice on the card. But overall, this card compared to the other Neymars, this is the best Neymar in the game. Could have been better with that skill, as I mentioned. But I think overall, this card, I'm going to give it 8.5. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys in the next one.